Alrighty, we got. Oh baby. Why are gamers upset with Assassin's Creed Shadows from the Act Maestro?
What's up, everybody? This is the Samurai Man here.
Noise.
And today, Ubisoft recently announced their newest Assassin's Creed game. Shadows the Hedgehogs. Nothing personnel, kid. Can you believe it? This series is finally going to Japan.
Yeah. Since I first started playing Assassin's Creed, I have always thought about being like the assassin bro in Japan because that's like the perfect setting for an assassin. You know, there were a lot of games that came before Assassin's Creed that tried to do like the ninja assassin thing. What was it? Tenchi Wrath of Heaven. I think that was like the popular one before. And then you had like things like modern assassins, you know, like Solid Snake from what do you call it? From Metal Gear, or Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell. You know, those are like modern day assassins, but the whole premise of Assassin's Creed is you take the assassin concept, stick it in like before guns time, and see what it was like. See what it was like from this part of the world. See what the assassin was from that part of the world. And, you know, while you're in it, you have this little pseudo tourism thing going on because, you know, from the beginning, the Assassin's team developers were pretty voracious in their wanting to make like an accurate, well, not accurate, it's a fucking video game, but they want it to be like building accurate, historical building accurate. Like, oh, this building is historic right here for this and this reason. And then you have like an entire church that you can start climbing up and shit. You can climb up like the Church of Notre Dame or whatever the fuck. In some of these games, you can literally just climb up a lot of historical buildings in these games. And in some respects, that's pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Setting fans have been asking to go to for years. And the reaction has been entirely pleasant. Unanimous praise. In fact, there is so little controversy to talk about that this is the end of the video. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe to the Samurai Man for more awesome content.
Man, if only it was that simple. If only. Imagine.
The most disliked trailer in the series history.
This hate that he's getting does not make any sense.
Yeah, Ubisoft is definitely.
Oh my god, such a good little edit. I'm getting beat over the head with all of the bullshit with Assassin's Creed Shadows, dude. Yasuke is this, Yasuke that. The main lady is a lady and not a guy.
Definitely rattling the cage with this one. It's not just Assassin's Creed Shadows though. If you look at Ubisoft's channel, every video they're posting is getting mass disliked.
Well, that's probably because their next massive installment of Assassin's Creed is conceptually the one that everybody has been looking for the past couple years, and the only thing that gamers can do outside of voting with their wallet is mass down thumbing everything.
Twitter has been going off, and the Wikipedia page for the protagonist Yasuke is a
is Yasuke or Yasuke? I thought it was Yasuke. I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Yasuke. I'll say Yasuke.
Fucking war zone right now. There's a lot of heated debate around Assassin's Creed Shadows right now, which is weird because the trailer itself looks pretty damn good visually. Yeah. So something else must be going on. Something else is.
I mean, you know, traditionally a lot of gamers are one trailer away from changing their minds about a game. No matter how good looking the action is, no matter how good looking the gameplay is, gamers will always find something to pick out if it's blatant right in their face.
Is happening, and today we're going to take a more nuanced approach to honestly answer the question, why are gamers upset with Assassin's Creed Shadows? Is everyone complaining about this game just gearing up for the next clan meeting? Probably not. But I am. See, there's a lot more to it than just a black samurai, you know? People...
I could care less. Like, the two main issues is Yasuke being deemed a samurai, and nobody has played the game yet. Maybe in the game you start out as a retainer. Okay, so if you don't know, you don't know. So I'll just like TLDR. Yasuke, historically, if you go to like Wikipedia, was a retainer for a big samurai. So it's about the same thing as a squire is to a knight, and he was only a retainer for about 15-ish months. So even if in the game you start out as Yasuke and you start out as a retainer, bro, and then maybe I don't know like what the fucking history is. A game doesn't have to be perfectly realistic for me to enjoy it. All right, I play fucking FPSs most of my time. All right, seldom is everything like perfectly realistic in an FPS. There is no such thing as aim smoothing in real life. You either can shoot a gun or you cannot shoot a gun. All right, if all you Call of Duty bros acting like Call of Duty is like realistic and shit, it's ridiculous. No, you're a damn super soldier, sprinting, slide jumping, bunny hopping, crouch shotting, prone, whatever, 360 trick shotting. That's not realistic. It's Call of Duty. It's an arcade like. All right, and because of that, all of these little what do I want to call it? Come on, I am willing to have a little temporary suspension of disbelief for the sake of a more enjoyable experience. All right, I am willing to forget about the realism of certain things in order to have a better gaming experience. So in the case of if Yasuke was a fucking actual retainer in the damn game when it comes out, I am almost 100% sure it would not increase my enjoyment. All right, even if they want to do like a little story in it where he starts out as a retainer and then becomes a samurai, even though I don't like, even in history, well, I don't know, but like even if that happened in the game, like, oh great, they did a little appeal to history thing and they fixed that. I don't think, even if it was historically accurate, I would gain that much more enjoyment from the game. That doesn't matter to me. Likewise for the female assassin. The whole argument with the female assassin is that, I mean, and this is kind of a stretch, but kind of not really. It's like in the middle. If you put a woman physically against another man, they will probably lose 99% of the time, outside of extenuating circumstances, like you're fighting fucking Ronda Rousey on steroids or some shit. Well, then obviously, yeah, she's gonna like dent your face in, bro. But you know, a female being an assassin, you're crouching, you're hiding in the shadows. You have like all these little wonky tools like poison darts or whatever the fuck. You don't need to be a guy or a girl to be good at shooting poisonous darts and like shooting people. You know, assassins use what was it, like guerrilla warfare in order to gain an advantage, and that most of those things are not exclusively male or female. When you're like just trying to like just kill somebody from the shadows at a range or anything like that, or like sneak up behind them and just cut their throat. All right, like obviously nobody's really arguing, oh man, big man versus little female assassin. The woman can 100% have an equal chance, and like nobody's arguing that. Like the woman like ninja, if she employs like a lot of ninja shit, it's kind of feasible to think that she can like kill a lot of dudes. Okay, that's what the crux of it, I think it is. But let's just keep watching. All right, maybe my mind can be changed. I don't know.
People are right to be skeptical of anything Ubisoft puts out these days, and that's reason number one. Ubisoft's reputation is kind of in the gutter.
Yeah.
Defiant, their supposed COD killer, is also seeing a high percentage of dislikes on their recent trailer.
I have no idea. I don't play X Defiant. It's another FPS that does not have a robust anti-cheat. It's only a matter of time before the super cheater bros start engaging in super cheater things to utterly destroy the game. That's what happens when a big FPS shooter comes out. It's not the meta that destroys the game. It's not streamers that destroy the shooting game. It's cheaters and the developers' unwillingness to do anything about it for months on end. All right, that's really the crux of it. Yes, I could also maybe buy the whole what do you call it? Toxic communication and whatever. I don't know what the communication is like. Maybe you can type words in there, some certain gamer words. Why can you type those words, or why aren't they auto blocked or auto blacklisted? Why can you type them? I don't exactly know. Or there are maybe it's the meta of it. It's very toxic and boring and so on and so forth. And a developer's unwillingness to change or fix a lot of bugs. If there's a lot of bugs in the game, I don't know. I don't play it, but it looks all right. It's not a bad game. It's a good try. But that's beside the point.
Star Wars Outlaws, same deal. Skull and Bones.
Well, people are fucking pissed about. Well, there's another thing. There's number 3. Actually, 3 things wrong with Assassin's Creed. The third thing, you got Yasuke being black. Well, not being black, but I mean, yes, they obviously chose Yasuke for being black or whatever. I can't imagine how many hours they had to comb through history to find Yasuke. Maybe it was an easy find for him, but they probably had to dig an excessive amount to try to figure out, is there a black guy somewhere? Can we fit the black guy in somewhere? It's because, traditionally, Japan is one of the more racist countries. They are very prideful of their own culture, and maybe not every Japanese person is like that. Maybe it's more like 50-50 or 60-40. I don't fucking know, but that's just what I hear. Okay. The real offender of this entire debacle is the $70 base game, the $110 graded version, and the $130 big dick version. Okay, this lot that has 3 or 4 day early access or whatever the fuck it is, or you're playing the game late, is what everybody likes to call it. You're playing the game late if you buy the base game, and you have quests and equipment unlocked by or not unlocked but blocked by this stupid fucking paywall that is essentially double the price of the base game. There's no shot that this fucking $130 version has about double the content of the $70 version. You're not going to convince me of that ever. Okay? What else? And with Outlaws is the same thing. It's a $70 version there, $110 version, and $130 version. Okay? Yeah, the egregious price on these fucking games is abysmal.
The first quadruple A game. And you're
no, the quadruple A game was not Sea of Thieves. God damn it! What the fuck is this? The Skull and Bones thing.
It has a stamina bar, so the dislikes.
That's ridiculous.
On the Shadows trailer is not an isolated incident. People aren't just upset with what they saw in the trailer. They're upset with everything Ubisoft has been doing.
Oh yeah, look at this. Okay, so $70, $110, $130, or I don't know how you do this, but this is the ultimate edition. I need to mortgage and spread out my payments version for $18 a month. Yeah. So ideally, if you do like the game, you can get all the shit, play it in a month, and then cancel your shit. They're trying to get you to get into their little Ubisoft Plus system, the Netflix of Ubisoft. Nobody wants to download another downloader or a little launch thing for the dopey ass Ubisoft Plus. Nobody wants to do that.
Recently, taking down online servers for this old racing game called The Crew. Instead of allowing fans to host their own fan servers and keep playing the game, Ubisoft is instead removing it from people's digital libraries and rendering.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
Physical copies unplayable. Yes, they certainly do want us to.
Ubisoft exec says gamers need to get comfortable with not owning your games. Well, if I'm not gonna own my game, then don't be mad when I modify not my game, or fuck with not my game, or start a not my game server. Don't be mad.
To be comfortable with not owning our games. Oh, and by the way, you need an internet connection to play Shadows. Oh shit, wait, tell them they only need an internet connection to install the game.
That's hilarious.
Crisis averted.
Assassin's Creed Shadows will not require a mandatory connection at all times. at all times is like the key part of this right here. So you will probably need an internet connection at install. So if you don't have internet, it sucks to suck.
This is just the tip of the iceberg. The second reason gamers are upset is Ubisoft's pricing model. Pre-order Assassin's Creed Shadows coming
No, I don't care what game is coming out. I don't care if Jesus Christ Simulator is coming out and it's like the greatest game of all time. I don't care if Elden Ring fucking 2 comes out. Do not pre-order. Stop pre-ordering.
November 15th. Excuse me, have you pre-ordered yet? Pre-order now. Watch this trailer and don't forget to pre-order. Play 3 days early by pre-ordering any premium edition. What the fuck is Amazon Luna? Max with Silicon? What the fuck? Pre-order now! Pre-order! Get a bonus quest. Discover the gold and ultimate editions. Discover them. Pre-order. Learn more about how you can fucking pre-order it 100 times. Statue's kind of sick though. Yeah, so for the
like that's actually pretty cool. Like where was that? Go back.
Then. Pre-order. Learn more about how you can fucking pre-order it 100 times. Statue's kind of
like this is like an actual good pre-order bonus, if anything. Like I don't know how big this is. This looks like to be like what, like 12 inches or something, like a foot. I mean, there, if you know, if you like it, you like it. If not, whatever.
Sick though. Yeah, so for the same reasons people were upset with Outlaws, this pricing model is just not cool. It's not very Bushido of you, Ubisoft. Now, apparently Shadows is like the #1 pre-order game in Japan right now.
Oh, Jesus. Why is that?
Now, I don't know how true this is, but if so, this is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
Remember, no pre-orders.
Yeah. Stop pre-ordering, losers.
There's literally no point to it anymore. And
it's a fucking digital game. There's no scarcity to ones and zeros. They can literally Control C, Control V. Whammo. There's another game for you.
Also, like a season's pass for a single player game. Are we in 2016 right now? What's happening? We're really going back to this? I can't think of any other game that still does a season pass. I just feel like there's
Borderlands. Borderlands is notorious for doing the season pass.
Something inherently scummy with opening up purchase.
And here's a little thing about the word pass. So single player, it's called seasonal pass. Multiplayer, it's called battle pass. Essentially, they're the same thing.
This is for a game without showing any actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Both Outlaws and Shadows are monetized in the exact same way, and nobody really likes it. Next reason. People are kind of bored of Ubisoft's game design. The huge open world filled with the same copy and pasted missions and side quests with tons of busy work and tedious grinding. Ubisoft's game and open world
to my knowledge, I think, I'm not sure about this, but like everybody liked Origins and Odyssey because I don't know, for whatever reason. But after that, a lot of the times the games felt like copy paste or whatever. I don't know. I can't really defend it. Like I played Assassin's Creed up until Black Flag, and then I stopped because I just got bored of it.
Design is just too safe and by the books, and they have a bad habit of stretching out their titles to be way longer than they should. So this does kind of tie in with their reputation thing, but the earlier Assassin's Creed games took place in cities that were more condensed, which made a lot of the activities and the story, you know, closer together. A lot of it was still copy and pasted, but you didn't have to run so far to get to the next side objective or whatever. With their more recent titles, Ubisoft has been stretching out the runtime and the size of the open world, and it's...
Yes, they stretch out the game time by just having like obnoxiously large worlds that you just simply have to walk a lot or travel a lot on the horsey. All right, what other game does this? Diablo, Starfield. You know, they want to extend your playtime by simply, same thing with Dragon's Dogma. All right, you can shit on me all you want, but I'm saying the same thing for fucking Dragon's Dogma. Fuck that. Stop increasing fucking travel time when it doesn't add anything. At least, if you're gonna do it, at least add some sort of banter, like what they do with Red Dead Redemption. You know, you get a bunch of like exposition at worst. You know, you get a little bit of like side info with like some of the characters and whatnot. But if you're just gonna tell me to go from point A to point B and it's a gigantic fucking diagonal across the map, fuck out of here, dude.
It's not really making the games any better. It's the same reason a lot of people prefer Banjo-Kazooie over Tooie. I myself am a hardcore Tooie stan, but I get it. So fans are likely worried that this game will follow the same generic formula.
Yeah.
I hope not. Now, with all this in mind, you can see how there's automatically a bias against whatever Ubisoft releases, because people simply do not have faith in them. They have a long history of anti-consumer practices and absurd monetization. But let's move on to the more controversial angle. Are gamers mad because Yasuke is black?
Black? Did you say black? You called him black?
He is black.
Oh, he said it again!
I mean, yeah, for some people, they're happily taking this opportunity to post racism. I mean, why wouldn't they? If you're a racist, you just got some great content.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this? Verifiable proof Yasuke existed. What the fuck is this? This is some fucking AI generated bullshit, dude. Oh my god. What is this? Super Saiyan Kermit the Frog? Bro. This is 100% fucking like AI generated. Like, come on now. Like, you can fool anybody with some of these like AI generated images, dude. Like, come on.
To work with.
We're finally going to Japan. And I still gotta see you niggas.
What? Whoa. The problem with trying to figure out who's trying to make a genuine point.
Bro, that like I watched that guy. That guy's fucking hilarious.
And who's just like taking this opportunity to be racist. It's like a guessing game, you know? Assassin's Creed Shadows, George Floyd's skin. Yeah, that's enough talking about that. Hopefully this is only a small part of why gamers are mad. So there's two protagonists, the first one being Yasuke, who is a historical figure, a black samurai, allegedly the first black samurai in Japan, the first foreign samurai in fact. And the other is Nawe, a shinobi assassin. Now, Yasuke has been portrayed in a bunch of other media, but I've never seen any.
Yeah. Me personally, I care less about his fucking color, all right? It does not matter to me. I've watched a ton of other fucking media where there's like some like black dude in there carving up motherfuckers left and right. Most chiefly, you have the goated ass anime of Afro Samurai. If you haven't seen that, that shit is fucking amazing, okay?
Of these other shows or games generate even a fraction of the controversy that Shadows has. Why not star a native Japanese man? This is a good question and one certainly worth lifting an eyebrow. To my knowledge, most Assassin's Creed games star a fictional protagonist native to the setting, with any real historical figures being side characters or villains.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, Shadows is the first game where you both play as a historical figure and it's someone not native to the setting. These
wait, what was that? Edward from Black Flag.
Figure, and it's someone not native.
Okay, so Edward from Black Flag was also non-native to the setting. Okay.
To the setting. These 2 points have.
Yeah, I love Black Flag. I could give a shit less whether or not he's like a native. All right, that I just played the person. I just played the guy. The thing that matters to me is the gameplay. All of this shit doesn't matter at all if the game is good.
Made some gamers suspicious of Ubisoft's intentions. Are they really choosing Yasuke because it's the best decision creatively and
most likely not. Like, let's be honest. Come on.
narratively? Personally, I think the idea has a lot of potential, but we'll talk about that later. The point is that some people see this as like a diversity checklist.
It kinda is, kinda isn't, but kinda is.
Or something along those lines. However, like I said, Nawe is also native to Japan.
Yeah.
So there is a native character that you can play as, but unfortunately, she's a woman. And women aren't real people, right, fellas? Yeah, this is something that a lot of the culture warriors online are not highlighting.
Bro, not gonna lie, when I first saw the trailer, in my head, I was thinking, is this a guy or a girl? I couldn't really tell. But there was like one shot in the little trailer that gave it away, where I guess she like fell over and they had to do that. Remember that one cartoon in the X-Men where Rogue fell over and there's like a what was it, like Dark Side standing over her, and it's like just a huge ass shot of a Rogue. I was like, okay, I take it it's a girl. Okay, because it'd kind of be weird if they did that shot to a dude. So it was like simply the camera angle, like when she fell down and she's like seeing everything on fire or some shit.
Highlighting that there is a native protagonist. So I personally don't see it as such a huge issue. I think all of the other pricing stuff and everything else that's wrong with Ubisoft is much more important to me as a gamer and not a culture warrior. Now, some folk will say, well, why not just go play Ghost of Tsushima or Sekiro or any other of the hundreds of Japanese samurai games that star a Japanese guy? Well, I think Assassin's Creed fans just want that same thing for their own franchise. For some people, I don't think it's really all that complicated. Then again, Ubisoft games are already too safe, so would it be too safe of a direction to just star a random Japanese guy? I don't know. People see Yasuke as evidence that there's an agenda being pushed, and while that could very well be the case, a lot of the people saying this right now are already saying this about 100 different things. Everything else has to be pushing an agenda when, you know, your content...
The agenda for the message
is based around that. For me, whether or not it's woke or pushing an agenda is going to come down to the writing and the storytelling, as it always does. I think there's a really good example in the Battlefield 5 trailer where it's much more clear that something else was going on. It's actually the perfect counterpoint. Battlefield 5 is set in World War II and you want to have female representation? Lucky for you, there were like 1 million female snipers in the Russian army. But no, have this like weird British lady with a robot claw who keeps dying and coming back and it's... So I think Battlefield 5 is more of a relevant example.
Yeah, because in that example, the whole British lady shooting shit or whatever, it kind of feels weird if you're trying to go for like the realistic thing. Like, why not make like a more like Russian-centric fucking sniper like trailer or whatever? You know, do some fucking Vasily Zaitsev bullshit from that one movie. Was it Battle at the Gates or something? Behind the Gates? Battle Behind the Gates? Battle Behind the... I fucking remember. Don't even remember. It was like that shit was cool. That was a cool ass movie. And you know, if there was some cool ass like sniper chicks, I think that would have been fine. Because you tick off the 2 boxes, it's historically accurate, and it's a lady. Who gives a shit?
Where you can extrapolate some kind of agenda being pushed. But you also have to remember that when Battlefield 1 was announced and people saw the cover art, they also had the same complaint. Why is there a black guy on?
I didn't even play Battlefield. What is this, BF1? Why is there a black man on the cover? This is a serious question. Why is there a black man on the cover? I got the Harlem Hellfighters here in regiment, but when the Americans only joined from 1917 until 1918 and the fewest combat deaths of any of the belligerents, why did they pick a black man over, say, a German, Hungarian, Russian, or even Ottoman soldier? Like, I didn't play Battlefield 1. I'm just not interested. I don't like Battlefield mechanics. So, I don't know.
On the cover. Then the game came out and it was a fucking masterpiece and nobody ever talked about that again. Something similar kind of happened with the Fallout show. There was this initial reaction to the trailer where they're like, oh, it's woke. Fallout's been destroyed. Oh, it's terrible. And then the show came out and most people loved it.
Yeah.
And most of the complaints people had with the show revolved around the lore and how that was handled. So I think a lot of the people calling it woke and all that are just jumping to conclusions because that's kind of what their content revolves around. The next reason game...
I mean, because it's so seldom that a game comes out and on the very first surface level or the very first interaction that either like a show or a movie or a game has with the world is if there's like some suspicious wokeism shit going on, you can probably do like an appeal to history and just be like, well, most woke shit is bad, so this is probably going to be bad. And it's like, if there's any little bit of wokeness to it, the thing is bad until proven good. Not it's auto good until proven bad. I think most people default to it's probably going to be bad, and maybe I can like watch like my favorite influencer or like some review on the thing, and if they say it's good, then I'm not gonna be able, like, then I could waste my time on it. But if it's bad and everybody says it's bad, and then I don't have to waste my time on it. And people don't want to fucking waste their time on some dumb shit.
Gamers are upset. Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't historically accurate. If you said something along these lines and you genuinely believed this statement,
I mean, I don't know if there was fucking female ninjas and like, I mean, Yasuke was the fucking first foreign like samurai, so historically accurate, my dick, it is.
I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt right now, and I think you're mistaking historical fiction for historical accuracy. They are not the same thing.
Okay.
Again, going back to Battlefield 1 and 5, historical accuracy is, okay, we've got this game set in World War II. Are we trying to make it feel like World War II? Are we trying to make it feel like World War I? The historical accuracy conversation is usually reserved for games that are like recreating battles that actually happened.
Yeah.
Are the dates of certain invasions in World at War correct? Was there actually a battle on Peleliu? That's historical accuracy. Historical fiction is the story inserted into that setting.
Ooh, that's a good point. That is a good point. But I would say, for the most part, people don't care about this historical accuracy versus fiction shit. The thing that people care about is the gameplay, and is the game good? That's what people care about.
Like I said, when you're watching a trailer for a World War II game and some cyborg lady shows up, your brain is like, that shouldn't be there. And you feel weird. This argument does not apply to Assassin's Creed at all. In fact, that's like the entire point of the...
I would say a lot of this bullshit hinges on the gameplay trailer of Assassin's Creed Shadows. If we see the gameplay trailer and that shit is ass, it's only gonna amplify all the noise. But if the gameplay trailer like comes out and is good, well, that'll shut a lot of people up.
The Assassin's Creed stories is that this is the history you haven't been told. Here's the real truth. And I've always felt Assassin's Creed was cathartic because you get to indulge in a conspiracy theory and see it presented to you. You get to watch it play out in the past and in the present. So Assassin's Creed not being historically accurate is like the fucking foundation of their story.
And also, there's a lot of shit in Assassin's Creed that is just straight up like fake. Like there was like some early Assassin's Creed where the Pope has like wizard powers and he shoots like golden beams and shit at you and you have to fight the Pope. There's another thing where you fight alongside George Washington and he like goes evil or some shit. Like there's a ton of shit where they take historical figures and like gamify them essentially.
It's like the premise of the entire franchise.
Aren't there fucking aliens in like the early Assassin's Creed when you're trying to like do shit between the Animus, like the real world with the Animus and then like your memory world and like the Apple of Eden and all that shit? There's fucking aliens in there.
Franchise. So if you're complaining about historical accuracy, still at this point, it's hard to believe you have any experience with this franchise. Right, here's another example. JFK getting assassinated. That's a historical event. The way Umbrella Academy handles that historical event is historical fiction. It's taking this thing that happened or existed and creating your own story involved with it. Therefore, Yasuke not being historically accurate as a samurai is completely irrelevant because this is a fictional story in a real setting. It's historical fiction. Now, if we get a new trailer for Shadows and we see like samurais with jetpacks, you know, you guys are going to have a real argument to make.
Bro, that'd be so fucking good. Samurais and ninjas with jetpacks. Now, when I say the word jetpack, in my head, I'm thinking Titanfall 2 status. All right, with real wall running, wall bouncing, super gliding, and all that noise. All right, that would be fucking sick.
But wait a minute, samurais with jetpacks?
Yeah.
Has it been done before?
That actually sounds good, but not like this thing that he's about to show.
Oh my god, it has! Another reason gamers are upset with Shadows. Yasuke wasn't a...
Are people gonna get mad with that fucking Dino Blade game? How that's like not historically accurate with the dinosaurs and the one dude making all the fucking dinosaurs and taking like all the anime swords and like just having the dinosaurs use them?
Samurai. This is pretty much just arguing semantics because we just established that Assassin's Creed is built on historical fiction, not historical accuracy. So whether or not he was is completely irrelevant. Personally, because his origins and his early life and even his original name are still unknown to us, from a narrative perspective, this opens a lot of doors creatively because you can come up with your own story about his life. Whether it's done well or not, and it's written in a compelling, interesting way, remains to be seen. And that will be the determining factor on whether or not we look back on this game as something that pushed an agenda and fucking sucked because it compromised its writing for that, or a story that was genuinely interesting because it presented this historical figure and wrote a story around them within the setting of Assassin's Creed. Also, the thing about Yasuke, again, because he's very mysterious, is that he could have also worked as a side character, or even a villain. When I saw this shot of him in the trailer with the flames, I was like, yo, he would be a pretty fucking cool villain.
And that'd be cool.
Visually, like the one black samurai. But then again, people might criticize Ubisoft and be like, oh, just the one black samurai you decide to make a villain. So you're gonna have people talking shit no matter what. At the end of the day, what matters most is if the game is good, right? And if it's
because I haven't played any Assassin's Creed where you have like two separate characters. I have like it seems like if you engage in a memory mission where the mission was like stealth based, you play as like the lady, or if you play like a mission where it's like combat based, you play as the dude. So I don't know how that's gonna go.
It's monetized properly. You know what would be really funny though is to make an Assassin's Creed game where it's set in a certain place and nobody is native. Like if they were all Mexican sombrero wearing samurais, that would be awesome. I want to see a game where everyone is just an unapologetic stereotype. So when it comes down to it, there are some valid questions to ask about Ubisoft's intentions, but I think the debate around whether Yasuke was a samurai, whether they're putting in a black samurai to get, you know, better DEI points or whatever, I think that conversation is not as important as how they're monetizing it and what else Ubisoft is doing and all the anti-consumer stuff. Remember, guys, no pre-orders, okay? But what do you think? Do you agree or disagree with what I had to say? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to The Act Man for more awesome content. All right, everyone, that's all I got for today. This is The Act Man signing out. Peace.
In previous videos, I've talked a lot about different...
Okay. Where'd my thumb go? It disappeared. Oh, God. I like this. Okay, well, god dang it. You're gonna make me reload the damn page.
This is the Samurai Man here, and today, Ubisoft.
Okay. I take it, even though the damn thing isn't loading for me. I take it, it's a thumb up. I thumbed upped it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I hope the game is good. The real issue is the hilarious asking price for this game. They're like, let me see. Pre-order Assassin's Creed Shadows, and of course it's the first one. Like, look at this. Where is this shit? Like, this is the real thing that's fucked up, dude. Like, you have your $70 base game. What the fuck is the pre-order bonus, dude? Pre-order now to get the Assassin's Creed Brand bonus quest thrown to the dogs. So it's like, if you pre-order, you get this quest. Gold edition. You get the quest, the season pass. Assassin's Creed Shadows season pass includes a bonus quest on day one with additional unlockable content as well as 2 upcoming expansions. $410. Oh my god, I did it. Like, yeah, how about just fucking lump all of this into the base game and just sell the base game? But that's not financially viable, okay? God forbid. There's no shot that this $140 version or this $110 version has equal, if not more, content than the $70 base game. That is so hilarious. And if it's bad, if the content is bad, well, then it's not valued at, what is this? 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. It's not that extra. It's not worth the extra $40. So what is that? About like 33%, 40% more value, or the price is like 40% bigger, but you're clearly not getting 40% more of the base game. There's no shot. Okay. And this price, 130, This is damn near like double this price. I'm surprised they didn't come out with a $140 version of the game. So if this is like 30% value and this is like about 50% extra value in terms of money, there's no shot that, what is Ultimate Pack? Ultimate Pack contains the little character pack, including gear, weapon sets for both Neo, I don't know, and Yasuke, the Sekiryu Beast, and the Dragon 2 Trinket. So you have all of this extra shit. The game is fucking pay to win. They have literally been able to make the single player game pay to win. What are we doing? Like, as a consumer base, what are we doing? Come on. Oh my god. $130. $130. Like, look at this Ultimate Pack. Is this the image? Can I open this image in new tab? Enhance. What's enhance? Was it Alt? No, Control. Okay. 3-day early access. No, this is, you're playing the game 3 days late because you bought the base game. How about that? Season Pass. It includes 2 upcoming expansions. Extra mission available at launch. Oh my god, Ultimate Pack. You get the character pack where you get all the red shit and like the little sword is animated. And you get this little hideout thing, and then you get +5 skill points. You get the red dragon photo filter. Oh my god, you get the red on red. Oh, what a fucking clown fest this fucking game is. Go back to normal, please. Yeah. I mean, I hope the game is good, but Jesus Christ, please don't pre-order. I mean, I can't stop anybody from buying this shit, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna get this, but like, I'm not gonna get it on day one. Maybe I'll get it a couple months later, or like maybe when it comes down in price or whatever. But this is just horrible. Good video though, good video. All right, but yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Looking forward to the next one. Act Measy, and catch you guys on Flip Flop. All right, later.